I was so busy scrolling and watching everyone's lives. Like I was so in a hole at that point. We were upset with where we were financially. We wanted to be in a better position. And I had a personal social media account and I would just scroll and watch what other people were doing. And that I think it took eyes off of what was going on in my life and made me feel like a little bit better. Like maybe someone else's life was worse than mine. That sounds horrible. But like, I didn't want to think about what was going on with my life.
And while you're answering this question, watch this.
Okay.
I'm going to bring up something that may be familiar to you. Your very first post inside of our group that you were launching. You were announcing it, and you were day one or one day. I choose day one. Wow.
That just reading that brings tears to my eyes because I don't know if you guys can read that, but I said my main goal is to have more time to spend with my family. My husband's a hardworking firefighter and a carpenter. He works his duty off for a family of 4, but never gets to spend time with us. And I'm doing this to free up time for us because it's something we can never get back. And so I think, I think that that's a huge part. I knew that if I wanted to free up time, I thought, okay, what do I have to do to free up more time? How can I get going on this when I have a little bit of time? I really don't have a lot of time because I was the only one home. So it's me, my 2 kids, and he's off working all the time. So what can I do to make sure that I have the most amount of time that I can give to this to see success? And it required me to completely turn off my social media, like start a brand new social media. I didn't log into my other one anymore. I didn't scroll anymore. The only thing I used social media for at that time was just to kind of look and see, all right, what are people doing out there, and how can I create my own voice in this space and start showing up as me? I did not follow anyone. I had to put blinders on, and I didn't even open up to be like, oh my God, someone might be messaging me on my Instagram, that I haven't gotten back to. I didn't care because I wanted this so badly. So I knew that I had to get rid of the things that were taking up my time that didn't matter. And social media scrolling was getting me nowhere, except feeling maybe a little bit better for my life in the moment, but not a long-term solution to anything. So it really was blinders on. I didn't tell anyone what I was doing. And I took 2 hours a day. So it was an hour in the morning and an hour at night. And I was just in my bed. I'd get ready for bed, get in my bed, do a training, implement. And actually, that's a good point too. Like I always tell people, you can't consume, and then not do anything. You have to consume, take action, consume, take action. It has to be like this ebb and flow, because you can go through an entire course watching videos and not do anything. That's not going to get you anywhere. So it's always like this balance of like, okay, I've learned and now I need to go implement.
Yeah, it is a balance, and the scale needs to begin to tip at some point more towards the doing. And I think that when to start tipping that scale is a big question for people. And it needs to be as soon as possible, yet not too soon. There's a few errors that I see people making. Number one, buying, for example, our 5-day challenge or our business blueprints and not going through it. I was actually talking about this the other day about how I can remember a mastermind. I don't know if you were there or not. It was in Orlando at a mansion, and I actually got frustrated with the audience because I had realized so many people had bought the training. For example, the blueprints. They bought blueprints in mastermind, so they had a mastermind ticket, so they came to mastermind, but they hadn't gone through any of the just starting with the affiliate marketing business blueprint training, which is the business model that we say, hey, if you have no experience and are not going to package existing information that you have, start with affiliate marketing because you can sell other people's products, right? We say this, I say this right in the challenge, and they. How did I know? Well, they were asking questions that were right in. They had no. So and here I feel myself just right even in this moment, because it's such a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to, so many people make a big deal about, well, I don't have the money, or the money this. You aren't utilizing the resources that you have. You aren't being resourceful with what you already have. It's not about money for you. It's about resourcefulness.
Mm-hmm.
You have no resourcefulness. You're not being resourceful. There's people in all over the world who are making, a life out of a hut, who are making shoes out of, tree bark or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need everything that you think you need. We spend so much time, getting ready to get ready, or procrastinating, or just staring what we have staring at it every day, and then noticing how much we don't have. And it's like, if you have, or you have bought a course, particularly here at Legendary, or you are a part of Gwen's group, or I don't give a damn if it's something else that you've bought out there, which I don't endorse. At least open the book and read some of it, or all of it, and then because here's the problem. When we don't get the information ourselves and become knowledgeable about what's inside, then we become susceptible to other people's opinions, and we slip back into that addiction to struggle. Yeah. When you have the answer right there in front of you, but we want to be, we have this seduction, this addiction with seeking and hopefully finally finding that secret guru or that magical moment, when really success is a combination of just gathering kind of clues along the way, and making and kind of basing your next move off of your past experience. But if you never gain any experience, you never have a shot. You're always at square one.
Right.